Oh, just got home from work. Soulless, as you know. And I was just pondering what is different about me at work. Why, or what is different? Why am I enjoying it more? I mean, not so much work, but I mean, just floating and being. That's what I was thinking. Yesterday, or I don't know, actually for years since I was in my 20s, probably. No, it'd have to be after that, 30s. Maybe even after that. You know what? It probably didn't start till I was 57 and I took responsibility for myself. But I started saying I was growing out loud when I was beginning to go through my baggage one at a time, like I don't want to do anymore. But I think I kind of wrapped it all up, now in the fact that the conditioning had this hold on me to forgive myself. So that's what I just did recently. But when I was 57, I was going through one at a time for all that time, 57 to or before then. Before I was 57, I started going through baggage, but I was still having a lot of circumstantial difficulties. Nonetheless, wrapped all that up. But one of the things I used to say was I felt like I had to grow out loud. I was growing out loud. So I had to probably talk too much, share too much. I felt like everything had to be, maybe even like now, where it has to be exposed, has to be in the open, has to be shared in order to be close, in order to be intimate, in order to have your insides out. So I have always, I guess, done things that way. But anyway, so I went through the baggage, did all that. And now I was looking at the difference of me going to work and how I feel going, how I feel when I'm there, how I feel when I come home. But it's just so different. And I want to associate with the growing out loud to the way I see it now is floating in being. Seems like, when I first look at it, it's almost like the same thing, but it's not. It's not at all. Because the growing out loud thing it was very out there. And the floating in being is very in here. So it's very, very different. And so the difference is at work is I stand back from the drama. Because that growing out loud was in the drama, in everybody's sharing drama. Sharing drama. Growing out loud. Because we're growing out loud is like you're going through things. You're going through things. You're going through circumstances. You're sharing that. You're understanding that. You're trying to understand it. You're going through the understand that which is out there, that's got you. So, and now all of a sudden I had to reword that because I'm like, growing out loud doesn't work anymore. Because when I think about it, it doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't fit. And so when I reworded it, then I understood. Floating in being. Because that's exactly the difference. The words themselves are the difference. Floating in being. So I'm doing my tasks. And I care about other people and I care about what they go through, but I'm not in the drama. I'm in awareness. I'm in being. Everything is in being. It's in awareness. That beautiful, vast, loving space. And the dramas are just the floating things going by, the thoughts going by, the matter going by. Everything is in it. Everything is in awareness. So what a vast difference that makes. In the way my eyes see things, or the way I see things, or the way I am, the way I'm being, the way from that way to it, it's all in being, but I was separate. And now I'm getting integrated. So that's a beautiful thing I saw today. Even though, sometimes I work, you work hard at getting something done, and sometimes you trip all over yourself. But you're not in the drama. It's just another wave in the ocean. Just another wave in the ocean. The steady, loving part that's always there, always constant. So that's what I wanted to share today, or just now, coming through the door. There's something about sharing, too, when I think about growing out loud and floating in being, because growing out loud is sharing about yourself and the things that happen and the this and the that, everything on the outside, and floating in being is like sharing everything on the inside, which usually isn't words. It's more creativity and silence and creativity, making something out of whatever. Even whatever you're talking about, making something with it. Even if it is words, making something with your words. But growing out loud was more like, oh, I did this, I did that, and I just didn't feel blah, 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 this thing, and then thing, and then thing, and then thing, and getting caught in the thoughts that go by. And that's it. It for now.